Now, in this lecture, we will find the radius of a circle. In the drawing, we have a circle. The center of this circle is at point O. And inside the circle, we have a rectangle. And also the size of this line segment equals to 6 units, and the size of this line segment equals to 3 units, and we want to find out the radius of this circle. First of all, we will define this point as point M. So line segment MC equals to 6 units, and we also will define this point as point N, and again we will define this point as point N, and actually line segment AN equals to 3 units. Okay, and in the next step we will define line segment OM as Y. Again, line segment OM equals to Y. OM equals to Y. And we will also define line segment ON as X. That is to say, ON equals to X. ON equals to X. Okay? So, line segment OM equals to Y, and the line segment ON equals to X. Actually, line segment OC or CO is the radius of this circle, because of the fact that it starts from point O, that is the center of the circle, and ends at point C, that is a point on the circle itself. For that reason, line segment OC is the radius of this circle. So I'll write it down that OC equals to the radius of this circle. Okay, line segment OC equals to the radius of this circle, and also line segment OA or AO is also the radius of this circle, for the same reason, because it starts from the center of this circle, that is to say from point O, and ends at point A, that is a point on the circle itself. For that reason, line segment OA is also the radius of this circle. Any line segment that starts from the center of the circle and ends at any point on the circle is defined as the radius of a circle, and actually those two line segments OC and OA satisfy the definition of a radius. Okay, so OC and OA are the radiuses of this circle. So because of the fact that OC and OA are the radiuses of this circle, they are actually equal to each other, because both of them are radiuses of this circle. So we can write down our first equation that states that OC equals to OA, because both of them radiuses of this circle. Okay, So our first equation is that OC equals to OA because of the fact that both of them are radiuses of this circle. But as you can see from the drawing, OC equals to y plus 6. So we can substitute OC by y plus 6. Okay? And also OA equals to x plus 3. So we can substitute OA by x plus 3. Okay, so in the first equation we got that y plus 6 equals to x plus 3 because OC equals to y plus 6 and OA equals to x plus 3. So from this first equation we will substitute 6. We will get that y equals to x minus 3. Okay, so actually our first equation states, first of all, we substituted 6 from this first equation. Y plus 6 minus 6 equals to y, and x plus 3 minus 6 equals to x minus 3. So we got in the first equation that y equals to x minus 3. Okay. Actually, as I've already told you, the shape OMBN is a rectangle, and as you probably know, in a rectangle the parallel sides are equal to each other. So if OM equals to y, NB that is parallel to OM also will be equal to y. Okay? But y, according to the first equation, equals to x minus 3. So we can add here that y equals to x minus 3. Okay? Actually, line segment OB is also the radius of this circle because of the fact that it starts from the center of the circle and ends at point B, that is the point of the circle itself. For that reason, OB is the radius of this circle. Okay, so I write down that OB is the radius of the circle. OB is the radius of the circle, but OA is also the radius of the circle. So OA is the radius of the circle and OB also the radius of the circle. So both those two line segments, OA and OB, are the radiuses of this circle. And OA, that is the radius of this circle, equals to x plus 3. Okay, OA equals to x plus 3. OA equals to x plus 3. So OA, that is the radius of this circle, equals to x plus 3. So OB, that is also the radius of this circle, will be also equal to x plus 3. Because of the fact that both those two line segments are the radiuses of this circle, so both are equal to each other. So if OA equals to x plus 3, so then OB that is also the radius of this circle also will be equal to x plus 3. Okay? So, as you already know, all the angles in a rectangle are equal to 90 degrees. So, this angle, that is angle inside the rectangle OMBN, also will be equal to 90 degrees. So actually the triangle OBN is a right triangle. Okay? the triangle OBN is a right triangle. So actually we can use the Pythagorean theorem in order to find out the value of x. The hypotenuse equals to x plus 3, this side equals to x, and this side equals to y that equals to x minus 3. So we can use the Pythagorean theorem in order to find out the value of x. Actually, the Pythagorean theorem states that the square of the hypotenuse equals to the sum of the squares of the perpendiculars. Okay, the square of the hypotenuse equals to the sum of the squares of the perpendiculars. So our second equation will be implementing the Pythagorean theorem in this right triangle. The square of the hypotenuse in the green triangle is x plus 3 squared. And it equals to the sum of the squares of the perpendiculars. It equals to x squared plus bn squared, that is y, that equals to x minus 3. So it is bn squared, that is actually x minus 3 squared. Okay, so actually we implemented the Pythagorean theorem in the green triangle, OBN, and the square of the hypotenuse is x plus 3 squared. It equals to the sum of the squares of the perpendiculars equals to x squared plus x minus 3 squared. Okay, the square of the hypotenuse equals x plus 3 squared equals to the sum of the squares of the perpendiculars equals to x squared plus x minus 3 squared. Okay, now we will open the brackets in equation number 2. So we open the brackets in equation number 2. We open the brackets in equation number 2. X plus 3 squared equals to x squared plus 9 plus 6x. According to the formula that a plus b squared equals to a squared plus b squared plus 2 times ab, when a equals to x and b equals to 3. Okay, and here x minus 3 squared, we calculated it according to the formula that a minus b squared equals to a squared plus b squared minus 2 times ab, when a equals to x and b equals to 3. Okay, so we got that if x squared plus 9 plus 6x equals to x squared plus x squared plus 9 minus 6x. Okay, so here we have x squared in this side of the equation and x squared in this side of the equation, so x squared is cancelled. We have 9 in this side of the equation and 9 in this side of the equation, so 9 is also cancelled. So what left in from equation number 2 is in this side of the equation we have only 6x, and on this side of the equation what is left is x squared minus 6x. So here we will subtract 6x from equation number 2. So actually we subtracted 6x from equation number 2. 6x minus 6x equals to 0, and x squared minus 6x minus 6x equals to x squared minus 12x, because minus 6x minus 6x equals to minus 12x, so in total we got that 0 equals to x squared minus 12x. In the next step we will take a common factor x out of equation number 2. So here we took out a common factor x from this equation. We got that 0 equals to x times x minus 12. Here we have two solutions to this equation. The first solution is x equals to 0, but x equals to 0 is impossible because x is the side of the rectangle and also the side of the triangle, and it can never be 0, it must be a positive number. So x equals to 0 is not a correct solution. The other solution is x minus 12 equals to 0. So if x minus 12 equals to 0, then x equals to 12 units. So we found out that x equals to 12 units. But the radius of this circle is x plus 3. Here the radius is x plus 3, and also OB equals to x plus 3. That is the radius of this circle. So the radius of this circle equals to x plus 3. Okay, so the radius of the circle equals to x plus 3. And we found out that x equals to 12. So the radius of the circle is 12 plus 3. So we found that the radius of the circle equals to 15 units. The radius of this circle equals to 15 units. Okay, so that is the answer to the question. Now I will summarize the lecture. We actually wanted to find out the radius of this circle, and we know that the center of this circle is at point O, and inside the circle we have a rectangle, and the line segment AM equals to 3 units and line segment CM equals to 6 units. We define line segment OM as Y and line segment ON as X. And actually OC is the radius of this circle, so OC equals to Y plus 6, that is the radius of this circle, and OA is also the radius of this circle because it starts from the center of the circle and ends at point A, that is a point on the circle itself. For that reason ON is the radius of this circle, and ON equals to X plus 3. So actually, because of the fact that both those two line segments OC and OA are the radiuses of this circle, they actually equal to each other. So we can created the equation that states that OC, that is the radius of this circle, equals to OA, that is also the radius of this circle, but OC equals to Y plus 6 and OA equals to X plus 3. So we can write here OC equals to Y plus 6 and OA equals to X plus 3. We got the equation that Y plus 6 equals to X plus 3. We subtracted 6 from this equation. We got that Y equals to X minus 3. Okay, and we also know that OB is also the radius of this circle because it starts from the center of the circle and ends at point B, that is a point on the circle itself. For that reason OB is the radius of this circle. So because of the fact that OB is the radius of this circle and OA is also the radius of this circle and equals to X plus 3, OB, that is also the radius of this circle, will be equal also to X plus 3. Okay? So actually here the only variable that is missing is X, and this is the green triangle OBN is a right triangle because of the fact that all the angles inside the circle equals to 90 degrees, so also angle OMB equals to 90 degrees. For that reason triangle OBN is a right triangle, so you can use the Pythagorean theorem in order to find out the value of X. The Pythagorean theorem states that the square of the hypotenuse equals to the sum of the squares of the perpendiculars. That is to say, x plus 3 square equals to x square plus x minus 3 square. Okay, x plus 3 square equals to x square plus x minus 3 square. Okay, it is a simple equation with one variable only. We solved this equation and we found out that the value of x is 12 units, but we want to know what is the size of the radius, and the radius of this circle equals to x plus 3. So the radius of this circle is x plus 3 and x equals to 12 units. So the radius of this circle equals to 12 plus 3, that is 15 units. So the answer to the question is the radius of this circle equals to 15 units. Okay, thank you very much.